starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to watch another one of my videos. And to my subscribers, I cannot thank you enough for your love, your loyalty, and support. I do want to mention that at least for the month of March, the readings are going to be different. I've been guided to change it up a bit. So you're going to see a different type of, not style, but what I'm going to be channeling is going to be different than what I've been doing in my past readings. All right. So I will be doing it in this manner until I am called to change it up again. I also want to mention that I've launched my memberships on my website. So I'm really excited about that. It's kind of like where you get the exclusive content on Patreon, but I created my own Patreon type stuff on my own domain because I prefer having control of everything, and it's going to be a little better than Patreon. There's going to be a lot more things that I get to do there, to include live sessions with members that I'm not going to do on YouTube. And there's a lot of stuff that I want to cover in my lives there. So that's a big perk for some of the membership tiers. There are plenty to choose from. Again, I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. If you want to hop on that, check the description box below. I will have a link to take you straight to the membership plan so you can review them. Again, it's like exclusive content you're not going to find anywhere else. So it's also going to help supplement these readings, okay? Let's see. Yeah, if you go to capellawellness.com, you're going to be able to see the link right there to go check on what membership tiers I have. I also want to wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful month of March. It's a magical month, guys. Take advantage of these energies, all right? I hope you have a wonderful, transformational, inspirational week and month of March. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly reading. How's it going? Hopefully all is fantastic with you. I send you many, many blessings and much, much love for this week and the weekend ahead, as I usually do. All right, Cappies, what we're going to do here is we're going to see what is going on with you. What is your current situation, what the obstacle is surrounding your situation, and what the lesson is with what's going on. All right, we're then going to get guidance on how to best navigate these energies, and then we'll take a look into your love situation. All right, Capricorn, let's see what's going on with you. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is going on with Cappy? Four of Pentacles. Okay, Capricorn, you have to really start reevaluating what it is that you truly value. Okay, are you going to value yourself? Are you going to value the material world? Or are you going to value things that don't really essentially make you happy? There's something about some of you are resisting change. You know there's something you need to change. You're still not quite doing it yet. Okay? Remember, this is a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else. Leave your unhealthy ego at the door and be honest with yourself. All right? What is it that you're afraid to change? What is it that you're resisting? What is it you're not seeing? You guys are trying to look at things with your human eyes instead of your third eye. Some of you, your third eye chakra is completely blocked. Some of you are looking too much outside of yourself. The social media stuff, what's going on in the world. Oh, it's doom and gloom and all this other stuff. And this is sad. This is disappointing. And this is heartbreaking. And, you know, the world is what's it called? I'm hearing doom and gloom. I'm seeing like Eight of Swords energy. It's like there's something about you're trying to find stability and security, but
some of you are looking outside of yourselves too much for this stuff. There's no reason to do that. You got to go within here. You have to go within to really understand the truth of the situation. And if you know that you need to change something about yourself, then you got to do it. It's for your evolution of the soul. It's for your highest good. If this has to do with money, Capricorn, there's scarcity mindset. There's materialism here. You guys got to break away from it. This tends to surround your reading, guys. And there's no judgment. I love each and every one of you. And I know some of you who are Capricorns or some part of my family, maybe literally, but also part of my Capella family, okay? Some of you need to break these bad habits with regards to focusing too much on materialism, on the material world. You are afraid that if you jump into your mission, if you follow what your heart's telling you to do, that you're not going to have enough money, that you're not going to have the lifestyle that you want. Let me tell you, you may not have the lifestyle that you want in the beginning, but God's really going to test you to see how bad you really want it. God, you can't get something for nothing, right? It's like for me, I let go of that big salary that I had, that job that I had. And while I wasn't able to do everything that I used to do with that salary, like, I'll be honest here, my son and I used to make these wonderful memories with going on a lot of trips, okay? And while it's a little different now, right? Because I have to do this work and, the school thing, whatever, I was like, I kind of miss that. But there are other things that I need to be focusing on, and I can't be worrying about not having the money to do all these things anymore. And I used to travel by myself too. I used to take myself on solo vacations, all right? But I knew that I had a bigger mission, and I had to not get so scared about not having that salary anymore, of not worrying about, am I going to pay the bill still? Am I going to be able to do this? Or like, what's going to happen with that type of thing, right? I had to let go of that scarcity mindset because lack attracts lack. If we focus on that, we're going to have more of having what we don't want instead of having what we do want. All right. So some of you, you're dealing with some sort of lack mentality. Maybe you're holding on to something too tightly and you can't let go of it. You know what this is, Capricorn. You're afraid of letting go and letting God. Some of you are afraid of letting go of that salary you have, that lifestyle you have, the money that you have. You're afraid if you leave that job, that your world is going to turn upside down. I will say, for some Capricorns here, if this is a job thing, if you don't leave your job, your world will turn upside down, and it's not going to be pleasant. Because with the astrological transits going on right now, guys, there are going to be massive changes coming for everybody. It could be negative or it could be positive. It depends on where you are right now with your journey. And I'm not trying to say, trying to instill fear or trying to make you think, oh my God, what's happening? No panic mode. No, don't get into that. But it depends on your karma, guys. If you're still not listening to what God is telling you to do, a tower moment's going to happen and God's going to come in to force you onto the right path. He's got to move you onto the right path. He's going to say, Capricorn, this is not working. I told you time and time again to get off this path. You are meant to be here. There's more prosperity here. There's more money here. There's more health. There's more abundance. There's more beautiful things on this path. It's not on the path that you're on. So be very careful with that, because I'm feeling tower moments for some of you if you don't let go of whatever this is. If you don't stop resisting change. Change is necessary for our elevation of the soul and our spiritual growth. It helps us to evolve. It helps us to learn and become closer to our higher selves. We're forever expanding. We're forever evolving. It never ends, guys. So if we stay in one place, we stay complacent just because of a fear of not having money or fear of change or fear of whatever this is, how are you ever going to see what the world truly is? How are you ever going to expand your knowledge? How are you ever going to see more beauty in things and see what you're truly, truly capable of? Not only that, how are you going to be able to see the miracles and the magic that the universe creates, that God creates? That is an amazing thing when you are able to adapt to changes and not giving into this scarcity mindset, this fear here of letting go. Your intuition is telling you something. You don't want to face reality with this blindfold here. You don't want to face the truth. Because some of you still have this mindset that money makes the world go round, that you need money to be successful, that you need this job to be successful, that you need whatever it is material to be worthy or to be of value or to be important or to be somebody. That's not what we incarnated here for. We attract the wealth when we find the inner wealth. We attract the abundance when we are in an abundant mindset. When we understand that we're already abundant because we are God within, and God is already what? God is already abundant. Look at how he provides for nature. I talk about this often. God isn't lacking anything. Neither are we. There is nothing missing when we always have God in the forefront of our lives. And some of you, 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You gotta let go of disappointments, this heartbreak. If you know you need to be in separation for somebody, and God's been telling you time and time again, and you've been hearing it in tarot time and time again, let me tell you, I think I've said this in your reading before. I said in Aquarius's reading, why are you watching tarot if you keep getting the same message over and over and over again, thinking that it's going to change? If you watch me, it will not change as long as the collective that I'm reading for doesn't make the change themselves. I've already been seeing some signs their readings are changing for the better. And I'm not comparing you guys, I'm just explaining. So if you know you need to start focusing on your healing, you need to do that now, Capricorn. And I know I can't tell you what to do. This is just divine guidance. But again, if you keep getting the same messages, wait for the Tower moment. I went through the same thing. And this was not just tarot messages. This was God telling me. Jess, you need to focus on healing. You got to stop dealing with heartbreak and disappointments. You got to stop being in situations where you feel unfulfilled. Because you know that there's something better for you here. But did I listen? No. Again, did I listen? No. God said, Jess, come on. I didn't listen until I had a massive Tower moment. On my divine counterpart's birthday. I finally woke up then. That was 2 years ago. It took me years to finally understand, which is why I'm trying to get you guys, don't do what I did. If you're being told to let go of something, it's time to let go, Capricorn. And if you know that you need to break away from somebody, if you're a divine counterpart, you know that you need to be in separation to do your healing, let go of this person. Stop being afraid of losing this person forever. If this person was meant to be your counterpart, then they won't leave you. But you need to focus on learning how to be interdependent instead of codependent on this person. You got to stop holding on for dear life because you're fearful of losing this person. Where's the faith in this? If you're in a relationship and you know that it's just not working out, there's no stability in the home, you tried everything and your heart's telling you, you know what, Capricorn, this is not your divine counterpart. This is not a harmonious situation. There's something better for you here. Don't get caught up in the false beliefs about religion or about marriage or whatever people are telling you. God knows better than anybody. And for me, I channel what God tells me. I channel what my guides, my angels tell me to convey to you, to help you with decision making, to help you with letting go. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, Capricorn, to do the letting go. To stop with the scarcity mindset, to stop focusing your life and having yourself surround yourself with materialism. And if you've been heartbroken by somebody, especially repeatedly, this will not change until you let go of the person who's doing this, or the job that is making you feel like this, or the friendship that is making you feel like this. It could be all of the above. For me, it was all of the above. Disappointments and heartbreaks with my counterpart, with previous relationships, with friendships, and my job. And I said, I'm done. I have to let go. I let go and let God, and my whole world changed. You can't have this in your heart space anymore, Capricorn. This staying in there, it's blocking you from your abundance, from your miracles from coming in. It's blocking you from becoming the person that God wanted you to be. It's blocking you from achieving your full potential and living your life's purpose. Because this world is not about you, Capricorn. It's not about the woe is me. It's not about, oh, I've been so heartbroken. I'm so sad. I'm so disappointed. Like, woe is me. This sucks. You know, whatever. It's not about you, Capricorn. I have to tell you the truth. It's not about you. There is something bigger than you. God is bigger than your heartbreak. He's bigger than your disappointments. He's bigger than your job and your relationships, all of that stuff. You are here for a purpose. The world needs who you were made to be. This energy here is not going to help you achieve what you are truly desiring. It's not going to help you change your life. It's not going to help you have a more happy, blissful life. It's not. As long as you hold on to this, nothing's going to change. In order to do something, in order to get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. So you're going to have to let go. The situation is not serving you, Capricorn, and you know it. It almost feels like, I'm looking at this picture now, you're trying to revive something that is dead. What are you doing? You want that miracle to come in? You're going to have to accept the situation for what it is and start listening to what your divine guidance is telling you to do. Hermit, you guys got to reevaluate what you've been doing in your life and understand what it is you're supposed to be doing. This is about following your life's purpose, your light, your mission. Learning more about yourself, doing some introspection. Why do I keep being in Three of Swords energy? Oh, I know. It's because I'm afraid to let go and let God. It's because I'm so tied to the material world. It's because I'm afraid of walking away from this job, or afraid of walking away from this toxic relationship, or whatever this is. That's why I keep getting into Three of Swords. That's why my heart keeps getting broken. That's what the Hermit realizes. He gains a lot of wisdom by doing that. This is Virgo energy, analyzing why you keep repeating the same patterns, why you keep resisting change. Again, I said you are meant to follow your life's purpose. You are here for a purpose. Your calling, your mission. It's about you gaining the wisdom from everything that you have gone through, learning life's lessons from all your life's experiences, gaining that wisdom so you can achieve spiritual mastery, and you can become that sage so you can teach others what you have learned to help them with their spiritual growth. But it starts with you, with focusing on your spiritual growth. Some of you are going to have to go into hermit mode removing yourself from the outside world and start focusing on your healing. This is solitude. You grow the most when you live a life in solitude. You level up the most when you are in solitude. You heal the best in solitude. God does his greatest work when you are in solitude, because nothing that is this energy can be surrounding you if you're going to be leveling up with regards to your personal growth, your spiritual mastery, and your healing. All right? Knight of Cups. Okay, guys. Some of you, somebody keeps breaking your heart. Could be a job, could be a person, but I'm getting it's a person. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it doesn't have to be. There's somebody who keeps manipulating you emotionally, and it's causing this huge disappointment. It causes grief and sadness all the time. It has to stop. There's somebody who can't commit. There's someone who continues to cancel events. Or maybe it's you who does that. Take it how it resonates. There's somebody who is just driven, who's not emotionally balanced, who's just driven by attraction or sex or something, or getting caught up in the what's it called, fantasy of it, and the romanticizing something. I'm hearing fleeting emotions. Some of you are dealing with somebody who's like this. Somebody who falls in love, but they only fall in love because they're really attracted to somebody or something. So yeah, some of you are dealing with a heartbreaker here. Why do you continue to get your heart broken by this person? Why is this person continuously disappointing you? You're thinking it's going to change, but it's not happening because you're resisting the change. Nothing is going to come to the situation if you continue to allow this to happen. Again, you're trying to revive something that is dead. It's not working right now because you guys have to now move forward towards what is going to emotionally fulfill you. This is the quest for the Holy Grail. You have to find happiness within yourself, Capricorn. It's not going to be in a job. It's not going to be with a person. Not even with a friendship. Okay? Not even with buying things, okay? I got caught up in that. If you don't already know, that was one of my vices. I had low self-worth. It would be shocking to some people, but I did. It's in my birth chart. I said it in one of the readings. It was either Virgos or Tauruses about this. All right? You got to find what ultimately fulfills you. The happiness and joy is found within, not without, not outside of yourself. You do not need someone in to come, wine and dine you and romance you, and then all of a sudden, but they're being manipulative with that, and they keep breaking your heart, disappointing you. What kind of true love is that? That's not true love. That's not romance. That's not a harmonious, stable relationship. Even if it's a job, you're thinking that this job is fulfilling you, but apparently you're enamored with something else. Maybe you're enamored with the money part of this job that is not ultimately fulfilling you emotionally. So it's time for you to go on that quest for the Holy Grail to see what actually is going to fill up your cup. Because if your cup is not full, Capricorn, how are you going to fill up the cups of others? It's time to follow your heart, like I was saying. It's time to face reality. Your heart is telling you to do something, but your mind's telling you to do something else. Or this job is telling you to stay, or this relationship, you're thinking you have to stay. You gotta let go of what doesn't serve you. You need to start realizing what is a true value to you, and you have to value your heart first. You have to value your happiness, your joy, your bliss first and foremost. Someone else is not going to do that, nor is a job, nor is a particular salary. It won't. Trust me, I've been there, done that. See what's after this? Nine of Pentacles. What ultimately fulfills you, your purpose, your grail, the thing that is like, oh my God, I love doing this, it's going to bring about abundance. And I talked about this person or this job, it's not going to validate your self-worth. This is about independence. You have to learn how to be interdependent of someone or something. Build for yourself. Understanding that you're this amazing person. This is a catch. This is also a business person. Some of you are being called to start your own business with something that you're very artistic with, or something with music, or whatever this is. You're meant to gain your abundance by doing that. And for those of you who can't let go of a person, you need to be interdependent of this person. Independence is a requirement if you want harmonious sacred union with a divine counterpart. You cannot go about it any other way. And I'm not the only one who says this. I wouldn't be where I'm at if I wouldn't have gone through this, if I wouldn't have become this. You have to let go of fear-based thinking. There's a higher purpose for you here, and it's going to bring abundance to you. But this is not in alignment with this. You want to have a happier life? You want to feel more fulfilled, more purposeful? You got to let go of whatever this is. This is low vibrational. This is high vibrational. It's not an energetic match. You have to let go of this in order to gain this right here. And it's a person for some of you. Some of you are avoiding separation. I don't know how to tell you any different. This keeps coming up in the readings. You cannot avoid separation. God keeps telling you, I'm telling you, guys, some of you are going to hit some massive towering moment. Don't do what I did. All right, let's see what the obstacle is here. Oh, boy. You got a lot of obstacles. And look what didn't change. Your situation has become your obstacle. You need to heal from heartbreak, Capricorn. You need to take the time out to heal. We have Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, Pisces and Cancer energy, the Wheel, the Two of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Star, and the High Priestess. Capricorn, you got one card for your situation, and now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards for your obstacles, to include the bottom of the deck that didn't change. This is your biggest one right here. You know how many majors we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana, guys. There are huge changes you need to make. Knight of Pentacles. This is stubbornness. It's flat out stubbornness, Capricorn. I don't know what else to tell you. And again, I love all of you, I do. But look, I wouldn't be teaching this if I wouldn't have gone through it. I wouldn't be living the life that I'm living if I wouldn't have done all of this stuff. If I wouldn't have focused on myself and I wouldn't have taken the time out to heal. It takes a long time to heal, guys. It takes a long time. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest energy in the entire 78 card deck of this. You're gonna have to have patience and allow nature take its course. You have to have that time to heal. You don't rush it. You have to stop being stubborn, Capricorn, and stop resisting the changes you know you need to make. God has some amazing things for you. Ask yourself, why are you resisting this? What is causing you to be so stubborn? I'm pretty sure some of you will say, well, we're Capricorns and we tend to be stubborn by nature. Yes, I get that, guys. But look, every single zodiac cannot put blame on what their sun sign is or their moon sign is. It's part of your evolution of the soul. It's the biggest thing that you guys have to overcome. Like me being Gemini sun with the overthinking and the second guessing and not trusting my intuition, that was one of the biggest lessons that I had to learn. One of the biggest things you guys have to learn is stop being so stubborn and stop trying to control things. Okay? You have to have patience. You cannot force things. You cannot control things. You have to take responsibility for your life's choices and your actions. You are ultimately responsible for your healing, your wealth, your well-being, your abundance, your financial state, your emotional state, your mental state, your physical state. It's all up to you. Some of you are lacking direction. Or some of you, you're like, okay, I'm going to focus on my healing. And then all of a sudden you stop. Or maybe your person comes back into the picture. Oh, cool, we're going to get back together or whatever this is. And then you stop focusing on yourself and then you go back to square one. Let go of those distractions. Stop getting caught up in illusions. We do have the moon here right behind it. If you're blaming other people for pain, for suffering, oh, that person broke my heart. This job, I keep being disappointed in my job. Look, I've been there already, guys. I realized it was on me to fix that, and I finally did. I was ultimately responsible for how I wanted to live my life. And I was making these choices that I didn't realize I was making until I finally had an epiphany about it. And I went about doing the hard work to make those changes. This is a hard-working individual. Some of you don't want to put the hard work in starting over, the hard work in building a business, the hard work in doing the healing, especially if you're a divine counterpart. It needs to be done. Okay? This is a block. You got a lot of blocks. Why you're not trusting your intuition? What did I say? What did I say? Listen to your intuition. Your crown chakra and your third eye chakras are blocked, guys. Some of you need to do some serious chakra healing. I do offer that if you're interested. If you go to the healing section in my service suite, it's going to help you reveal what is really blocking you as far as your chakras go. For some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if it's crown and or third eye. Some of you are suppressing your emotions. It's like you know that you need to do something, but like you're afraid to feel that. but you know that it's your truth. Some of you are getting caught up in the illusions with the outside world, like I talked about, with what's going on, and you know, what the world is telling you to do. You need to follow your own North Star. I can only give you so much guidance, Capricorn. If you've been led to my sector of the universe, this is God leading you to me to get you going, to get the guidance you are being asked to listen to and do something about it. But I know I can't force you. I can't do anything for you but give you this guidance. You have such fear and anxiety about change. You gotta have that faith. A lot of you like things that are fixed, that are stable. I like things the way they are. But if you know what's going on right now, Capricorn, if you don't like it the way it is, if you know that it's causing you all this grief and pain and sorrow and suffering and disappointment, then why are you still doing it? You guys hear the intuition, but you don't trust it and you don't act upon it. Taking action. Again, responsibility for your life's choices, actions, your life, pretty much. Your well-being, your happiness. There's too much anxiety here, too much blocked intuition and illusions surrounding you. You're being deceived by the outside world and your gut's telling you it is, but you're like, no, that can't be it. Your gut is God speaking through you. Some of you, you're living a life of instability, but your emotions are unstable too. They're all over the place. You got to get back to center. You got to stabilize those things to get a clear mind, to be able to listen to your intuition. This is distorted feminine. In this position here, this is kind of like the moon in the reverse, because the moon is divine feminine. Some of you are still embodying distorted feminine energies. The wheel. You got to break the cycle. You got to break those bad habits of trying to take control and being stubborn and holding on too tightly to things, especially with materialism, guys. You got to let go. You got to let Jesus take the wheel. It's the same thing I said in Virgo's reading. God is trying to move you to a more prosperous path, a more fulfilling life, but you are trying to control it by not listening to your intuition and being tied to the material world and resisting change. You control what choices you make in life. You control how happy you are, what your well-being is, what your health looks like, what your life looks like. But everything else is up to God. God wants you to birth new life into this world, Capricorn. But you have this notion where you think that that's not the best course of action, or that's not the path you're actually supposed to take. Because you're so caught up in the 3D world. You're so caught up in what society says, what's going on outside of you, instead of listening to what is going on within you. You have to let go of the wheel. You're in this hamster wheel. It's a cyclical loop. You're in an infinite loop, doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result. It's been like that for months, Capricorn. Some of you keep getting hit with negative karma. Why are all these things happening to me? Why is all this Three of Swords? Why does it continue to happen to me? Because you are not changing the situation. You're not letting go of the situation. You're not letting go of control. Two of Cups. Yeah. There's like, some of you are trying to force a union with someone. Some of you are trying to force a marriage to work out when you know it's not working out. Some of you are trying to force this true love to come in. You can't force it. Capricorn, you can't force true love to come in. It's a lot of work. It takes this perseverance, diligence, doing a lot of hard work on yourself. And it takes time to build this for you to attract this to come in. You want a mutual, you want this companionship, you want this synergy, you want this deep soul connection. Some of you are disillusioned by what a true divine connection is. Some of you are thinking that you can do it your way to try to get to union with someone, but it's not working for you, is it? That's God telling you, you need to do the work. And you need to take the time to heal here, Capricorn. There's also some secrets in a connection, in a marriage here. Either you have the secrets or your person has the secrets, or both of you have secrets and nobody's coming forward with the truth. Somebody's falling through with something. This is the person who doesn't finish through with things in this position here. Maybe some of you think this is a fated connection when it's not. I don't know. That came out of nowhere. It's for somebody. I'm hearing there might be a false counterpart or a false soulmate. I don't know. That's what I just heard. But this also talks about enabling unhealthy attachments. Especially if you're in a relationship where you think it's harmonious when you know deep down inside it's not. You're lying to yourself. You're deceiving yourself. That needs to come to light. You need to come to terms with this truth here. Some of you know something is not working in a connection. And you've tried everything, and maybe even God has told you this is not who you're supposed to be with, Capricorn. It may be hard for some of you to hear, but that's what God told me in my marriage. And we tried. It wasn't working out. God said, this is not what a divine marriage is. This is not what a divine couple is, Jess. Don't get caught up in the fact that you got married by the Catholic Church and all this stuff. And I know some people be like, well, that's wrong. You know what? I listen to God. That's what God told me. And I knew it wasn't my ego, because I was like, is that my ego? I prayed and prayed and prayed about it, and God kept showing me all these signs. And again, if you haven't heard, I ended up meeting my divine counterpart, the person that God actually had made for me after I got divorced. That was a whole other thing to get me on my path. Because God said, Jess, you have a bigger mission than you being married, than you being divorced, and you being a mom, than all this stuff. And that's what I'm doing now. So some of you are in unhealthy relationships. There's codependency here. Some of you are codependent on money, your job, this relationship that you know is not fulfilling. Some of you are afraid to be alone. You're never alone, Capricorn. You are never alone. You have your guides. God is with you all the time. Knight of Swords. Somebody's coming in and out of your life and you know it. Someone is impulsive. Someone's hurtful, rude, who I heard takes you for your money. I don't know who that's for, but that's what I just heard. Someone who's just disrespectful, who's dishonest, and someone's just like trying to attack you with the sword, and they don't care if they hurt you or not. That's gotta go. Maybe you're dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or they have an air in their chart, Capricorn. Nope. Are you codependent? Are you enabling this behavior with this impulsive, hurtful, condescending Knight of Swords? This person can be mentally abusive, emotionally abusive, verbally abusive. No. Where's the divine in that? Where's the harmony in that if you're dealing with somebody who's like that? It doesn't make any sense. That's not true love right there, for sure. Absolutely not. Especially if somebody's being deceptive and telling you lies and holding things in and keeping secrets from you. Nope. Nope. Star. You got to focus on your healing. You got to start paying attention to what it is that is important to you. And a lot of you, you are not following your mission. You're not doing your focusing on your life's purpose. A lot of you are allowing all of this craziness, this nonsense to dim your light. Whatever it is that I just said, whatever is resonating with you, it's dimming your light, guys. God really needs all of us to shine our light brightly because the world needs us who were made to be like yesterday. Some of you are not on your spiritual path of truth yet. You're not following your mission yet. You got to get on that path because there's a higher purpose for you here, Capricorn. You being in this energy is keeping you from shining your light, and it's keeping you from healing others, let alone yourself. It's keeping you from helping raise the vibration of the planet. That's what each and every one of you is here to do. Chakra recalibration. I said chakra healing. A lot of you need chakra healing. Your energies are scattered. This is scattered energy too. Mind's all over the place, running around in circles, God knows what else. And you're just not calibrated. You don't feel whole. You don't feel fulfilled. You don't feel inspired. You don't feel healthy. You don't feel renewed or rejuvenated. You feel hopeless. You think all is lost. You think that the world is falling apart when it is not. That's the illusion. Right here, serious deception and illusions, guys. Secrets like you wouldn't believe. But you gotta follow God in the light of God to find the truth in this situation. Especially with what's going on outside the world. What's going on in the outside world. You are very intuitive and very psychic, Capricorn. Trust that. You guys are getting a lot of dreams. A lot of dreams. This is nighttime dream state, dream state, dream state. You're getting so much divine inspiration, downloads, and insights into things, guys. And you're not paying attention to them. I'm hearing somebody here is warping their dreams. You get an intuitive hit. You get told something by your guides, by God in your dreams, and you kind of twist it to be like, no, I don't think that's what it is, and you twist the dream. Something like that. Somebody's doing that. I'm hearing it again. Some of you are lying to yourselves. You're deceiving yourselves. You don't want to face the truth. You want to keep the truth in the dark. You want to stay in the dark. You don't want to come to the light. I don't know why that is, Capricorn. You need to be in the light. That's where the truth is. That's where the hope is. That's where the miracles happen. They don't happen in the dark. God doesn't dwell in darkness. He's of the light. You either dwell in this or you head towards the light, okay? You really, really need to start paying attention. Those dreams that you're having, it's not a joke. It's not something that you're making up. The dreams you're having are real, Capricorn. You better start paying more attention to them and start listening to the guidance you're given. Because what's happening is, for a lot of you, you guys are being stubborn because you're being given all of this divine insight, okay, on what it is you need to do, what you need to let go of, what you need to start focusing on. But because you're so focused on the 3D world, your brain is so scattered, your mind is all over the place, that you don't have clarity of thought to actually interpret or receive the actual divine guidance. So they give you the guidance in your dreams, and then when you get the dream, you're like, whoa, wait a minute, is that what they're really telling me? And you're still being stubborn about it, like, there's no way. That seems far-fetched. They want me to do what now? You can avoid what you're getting in your dreams all you want, Capricorn. It's not going to change anything until you start listening to divine guidance. You're totally suppressing your emotions and your intuition. You don't want to come out of hiding. You don't want to face the truth. It's time for you to face the truth, guys, because look, Jupiter and Neptune are going to conjunct in Pisces. We've got Pisces here and we have Jupiter here. See, now astrology is coming into this. We've got Aquarius too. We have Mars and Venus who are Aquarius right now. They're at 3 degrees of Aquarius. When this Jupiter Neptune conjunction happens, this is emotions too, right? When these two planets come into conjunction in Pisces, this is Pisces card too. We got Pisces here twice. It's really going to magnify the deception and the illusions and the secrets. Some people are not going to know what's truth and what is a lie. That's going to be very dangerous for a lot of people if they don't get on their spiritual path, if they don't start following the light, especially if they don't start their healing to come more to the light, okay? There's going to be too much darkness, too many things that are going to be deceiving. A lot of illusions, guys, are going to be surrounding us when this conjunction happens on April 12th. This could also be you're receiving unwanted attention with the High Priestess, okay? You're disconnected from the 5D realm. It's time for you to get connected to the 5D and let go of the 3D world. Yes, we live in a 3D world, but you got to find that balance. But a lot of you are way too tied to the 3D world. This is all about 5D right here. Serious higher realm stuff. Okay? You're withholding stuff. You don't want to reveal the truth to others, to yourself, whatever this is. It's only going to get worse. You're going to fall further into an abyss of darkness. Well, that may be redundant, but you get what I'm saying. You're going to fall into an abyss, Capricorn, and it's going to be very hard for you to get out. And I will say, when Jupiter, Neptune conjunct in Pisces, that can bring about more people who get into drugs, who get, if you're drinking already, your drinking habit is going to get worse. You're going to be in this sorrowful, dark state. And it's going to be very, very hard for you to come to the light. Okay? Mental illnesses are going to be heightened for those of the who are not clearing that or trying to work towards healing that. Right? Clarity of thought's going to go out the window. You're going to believe everything the outside world says when that happens if you don't do something about it now. Oh, yeah. Let's see what the lesson... What's the lesson to be learned here? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. The water sign readings for this week, guys.
are very intense. I don't know what's going on. I think I might have leveled up overnight or something because I felt very different this morning. But if you watch all the other water signs, guys, I highly recommend you do, whether you have placements in those or not. There's some very, very intense messages. We have the King of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. Six of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. All right. Some of you are dealing with relationships or situations, even jobs. You're not getting paid what you're due, what is owed to you, or you're not getting paid the right salary, or you're in a relationship or situation where there's unequal give and take. This is unhealthy. It has to be balanced. All right. This could also mean for some of you, and I have to say it, you might be a little bit greedy with your money, because this is about being a philanthropist. This is about conditionally giving. Some of you unconditionally giving. Some of you conditionally give. Some of you may be giving your time, energy, money, whatever this is, to others to get something in return. That's not how it works. That's distorted feminine, distorted masculine. You have to be unconditionally giving, not expecting anything in return. You're doing it out of the kindness of your heart. It's the charity. It's the generosity and the kindness, because that's what we are called to do, especially if we've been blessed with a lot of wealth or been blessed with things. We need to give that back to the universe. If you keep taking and taking and taking, Capricorn, you're going to get hit with negative karma. If you keep giving and giving and giving and giving and not taking, you're going to get hit with more of that negative karma. This is a law of equal give and take. It's got to be a balance. Whatever God gave you, you got to share with the world. If you have an amazing talent, you got to share that with the world, because God gave you that talent to be of service to others, to be helping humanity. If God gave you a lot of money, God gave you the money, Capricorn. It wasn't you, and it wasn't the job. I have to break it to you. It was God blessing you with that job, with the skills that you have, to have that money. He's expecting you to give that back to others who are less fortunate. That's how it works. So, some of you have to understand this law here. It's a law of the universe. It's not a law of man. Okay? Some of you are being undervalued. There's no balance here. You are in a one-sided relationship and a one-sided job. Again, you're giving to get something in return. That's not how it works. There's strings attached. Some of you are in jobs and relationships where this involves money. You're tied to the material world. There's a little bit of greed here. Overdependence on money. Money isn't everything, guys. It's not. And some of you are realizing this, but you're afraid to let go of that so-called belief system. That money is power. Money makes the world go round. Money is everything. Money is what brings you success. What's in your bank account makes you successful, more prosperous. Nope. What's in your heart space does. How you are as a person is what makes you successful, more prosperous, more abundant. It's what's inside of you. It's not what's in your bank account. It's not your status, not the home, not the car, none of that. It's not even in how many years you've been married to somebody. Because if it's been a conditionally giving, unbalanced relationship, there's somebody who's being impulsive and reckless and hurtful and condescending. You're telling me 50 years of marriage when somebody's been abusing somebody like that is a harmonious, blissful relationship? That's bullshit.
That somebody needs to hear that, because even that, oh, 50 years in, I don't know why I'm saying 50. 50 years in marriage. Oh, that's wonderful. But deep down in the shadows, the secrets, you know that your relationship has been crap from for too long. There's been a lot of like bad energy, negative energy in this marriage, whatever this is, whoever this is for. That doesn't make you prosperous. It doesn't make you, it's definitely not making you happy, because you know what's going on behind the scenes, right? There's no happiness there. There's no joy. There's no bliss. There's no purpose. And especially if you're afraid to break away from something because of the money thing, guys, that is distorted energy to the max. That ties to the devil. The devil, yes, that's your card, guys, but it's really about materialism and being attached to that. Unhealthy attachments to the 3D world. And we do have the Two of Cups. Like I said, you are enabling unhealthy attachments to things. You gotta let go of that. Knight of Wands, King of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. We got a lot of fire energy here too. Yeah, somebody's dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But again, it's not for everybody, okay? You guys have to understand, through pain and suffering comes great wisdom. That's why you're going through pain and suffering right now. There is great lessons to be learned from the heartache, from disappointment. There are great lessons to be learned from going through those shitty things, guys. This is what he understands. And he understands that as long as he's unconditionally loving and giving, he gets that back, because he's in vibrational alignment with that. And he heals from everything that he's ever gone through that was low vibrational, that was hurtful, that was harmful, that was painful. He says, you know what? This made my heart grow stronger. This gave me strength and resilience to overcome this. This helped me to learn that I was the one who was allowing myself to get my heart broken over, heartbroken and disappointed time and time again. And he put a stop to that. And he learned that all of that was going on was to get him on his path. It's what happened to me. I learned so many things from failed relationships, from jobs where I was always disappointed in, and people used to backstab me and all this stuff. But it helped me to understand what my true potential was, what my true gifts were, and that I was capable of handling everything. And that as long as I focused on self-love for myself, well, that's redundant. As long as I focused on self-love, forgiving myself for the mistakes that I made and for allowing people to hurt me the way that they did, it helped me to realize that I didn't have to deal with that. And that I had the ability to heal myself through God's help. And it helped me learn about compassion and forgiveness and tolerance and acceptance, because I started to realize that when people were hurting me, it was a reflection of my inner self, because I was feeling hurt on the inside. Our relationships reflect our inner wounds. Every relationship does, and there are always lessons to be learned with this. I learned how to trust my intuition more and to not second guess it. I learned not to get caught up in drama or get caught up in being emotionally imbalanced. I learned a lot through all of the heartbreak that I went through, and I am so much smarter and more capable because of it. It also enhanced my psychic abilities. It helped me to have more compassion for others because I realized that other people were going through things that I knew nothing about. And that some people have really horrible childhoods. There's trauma that they go through and it makes them who they are, and they believe that that's who they're supposed to be. But that's a lie. So that's a big lesson for you guys with becoming this King of Cups. About having compassion, forgiveness for others, for gaining wisdom through the pain and suffering. Everything I just said. For you mastering your emotions, mastering love, mastering your intuition. Because a lot of you have a huge issue with trusting your intuition. You need to learn how to master that and to trust it wholeheartedly. Eight of Wands. Stop trying to do everything at once. Stop trying to control things, which we already talked about. When you get that intuitive hit, if God says go, you go. It's time to take action, Capricorn. You can't wait on this any longer. Especially if you're holding in feelings that you need to express to someone. It's time for you to communicate what you've been holding on in the inside once and for all. You have to take that risk. Some of you are afraid of losing someone or something, but the more you hold this in, the worse it's going to get, the further the abyss you will get into. And I'm telling you guys, it's got to be done before April 12th. And I know I can't force you. I can't tell you what to do. But if you keep getting the same message over and over, don't be surprised if your world completely falls apart if you don't take action on this. And don't blame me for it either. If you've been watching me for months getting the same message, there's only so much I can do. You're ultimately responsible. God is trying to get you out of something that is going to be very detrimental, not only to your health, to your family, your well-being, whatever, your life. It's now or never, Capricorn. You have to take that risk. It's time to take action. These are very action-oriented cards here. Fast energy. I'm telling you, this thing is going to come quickly. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. These unexpected changes with the astrological transits. So many of us are going to undergo some huge changes, and it's beyond our control, guys, because God controls everything at the end of the day. And if we're not listening to our internal guidance, if we're not following the light and listening to what God is telling us, we are going to suffer for it. And I say that collectively. For those who were not on their spiritual path, they're going to have a very rude awakening. Okay? So for those of you who are not focused on your healing, that you are not expressing what you need to express, you keep yourself in the dark, you keep yourself being surrounded by secrets and deception, it's only going to magnify and expand. That's what Jupiter does. He makes things bigger. He magnifies things. And he's conjuncting Neptune. Neptune is about deception, lies, illusions, the undoing of things. The drinking, the drugs, the self-sabotage, the mental illness, okay? It's time to be fearless here, Capricorn. You can't give in to fear anymore. There's a lot of fear and anxiety and not trusting your intuition. We have the Moon and the High Priestess here. Yeah, there's a lot of fear. Fear and anxiety. Those emotions that you're holding in, it's going to make it worse, guys. You got to let this out. You have to jump in and do it. You got to take action. There might be something here for some of you. You need to move. This is travel right here. This is relocation. Some of you might get communication out of the blue with regards to moving or relocating. That's for somebody here. Okay. You guys really have to learn, as soon as you get that intuitive hit, you take action on whatever God is telling you to do. And you don't question it. You don't question what God tells you to do, because God knows better than you do, Capricorn. He does. You think you do, but you really don't. So as soon as that hit comes in, you take action, you don't question, and you go into it with courage and confidence and fearlessness and say, you know what? I got to do this before I get myself into more serious trouble. Because right now, Capricorn, your world isn't really changing. And for some, apparently your world seems to be turning for the worse. That's a surefire warning, Capricorn, that something needs to change and you need to act on it now. If you don't, it will continue to spiral out of control. You got to stop being so dependent on money, on people who may give you money. If you're in debt, stop worrying about that. If you're in a one-sided connection that's not harmonious, strings attached is double energy. You know you're being undervalued. You have to say something. You got to stop holding in those emotions. You got to stop repressing them. It's going to cause a lot of emotional imbalance in you, and that's going to wreak some havoc on you. So it's up to you, Capricorn. Look what's after this. It's the pain and suffering, like the dead in the water. I'm done. I can't deal this with it. I said it. How can it get any worse? That's why I said, some of you guys, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. And you just said to yourself, how can it get any worse? Probably. Look, it's right here. You have the ability to break free from this situation. You are not a victim. This is not the end of the world. You hit rock bottom, but this is your opportunity to get back up. If you're feeling you failed at life, you haven't. We learn a lot of life's lessons through failure, but you're only a true failure if you don't get back up and you don't cut yourself away from what is holding you back, what is blocking you, what is keeping you down. You have the power to get away from that. It's you. Again, you're the only one who's ultimately responsible. God will help you, but you got to get out of the darkness first. God needs you to come up out of the abyss. Let's see what guidance we have for you. What guidance do we have for Capricorn? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family. They're telling me it again. The Jupiter-Neptune conjunction on April 12th, guys. It's going to be a tough transit. Self-acceptance. Number 9. Bottom of the deck is Grace. I said this in the last reading. If your name is Grace, this is a very huge message for you. Number 9. I'm not saying that it's not huge for anybody else, but somebody who's named Grace needs to hear this. Or if you know somebody named Grace who needs to hear this, send this to them. Number 9. Self-acceptance. Witch hazel harmonizes opposites and encourages the acceptance of individuality. Goldstone, which is a crystal that can help with your healing, helps with attaining goals and recognizing one's value. The journey to self-acceptance can be challenging. Humans are contradictory creatures who seek order. Reconcile your seemingly opposing qualities and find the common root. Overcome society's brainwashing and accept that you are enough. You have value. The trek to achieve self-acceptance is worth it. You are worth it. I accept myself as I am. I recognize my contrary nature and revel in the creative chaos that is my soul. I am enough. Value right there. Start valuing yourself first and foremost. Number 14. Grace. Rue encourages self-acceptance. There we go again. Receptivity to grace and bringing the physical and spiritual into harmony. Kunzite, which is another crystal that can help with your healing, encourages miracles and love. Miracles right here with the star card. We can be your own worst critics. Berating yourself separates you from divine grace, which is a gift freely given to all. To receive grace and divine love, you must accept yourself and realize you are worthy. See yourself through the eyes of grace. You, after all, carry a spark of the divine in your heart. I am a child of the divine. I honor and value myself. I know that I am worthy of love and grace from the divine and from others, including myself. There you go again with the worthiness and the self-acceptance, guys. It's there twice. You are a divine child, Capricorn. Miracles will happen if you believe in them and you start to value yourself more and start to shine the light from within. Let's see what other guidance we have. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What other guidance do we have for Capricorn? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Okay, thank you. There's the star again, mystic star. Harmony in the home and great friendships. See, there's disharmony surrounding you guys. Especially in a marriage, a home, relationship. Four of Pentacles is home. I don't know if I said home because I've been doing some hardcore challenging, guys. Moon is Cancer. That is fourth house. That is the home. Two of Cups is marriage. Yeah, I did talk about relocating or something. Something about moving house. Or moving out of the home you're in. I don't know. Bottom of the deck is Felix Felicitas. Power symbol to create lucky, serendipitous events. You can create lucky, amazing, miraculous things, guys. But you have to be in vibrational alignment with that. Okay? That's shining the light within. You have to not dim your light. You have to shine it. You have to raise your vibration. A lot of you have to do a lot of healing. As I say that, look what's underneath this. Water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. That's also purification right there. See? The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. You guys have to balance all of these in your life, okay? All of them. All right, let's see what's going on with your love situation. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. Please reveal to us for our highest good. All these things are turning. What is going on with Capricorn's love situation? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you. Girl with popcorn. Now I'm hungry. Going out, excess, escapism, little regard for consequence, creating a mess, not paying attention. Oh boy. Capricorn, mall crawl. On the hunt, retail therapy, meeting at the mall, pleasantly surprised, a happy find. All right, you know what I got straight away?
So even though this is talking about love situation, what's happening, Capricorn, when I do this part of the reading, it's not just about your love interest. This is about all of your relationships. Now I'm hearing it's about your relationship with yourself, because you can love yourself, right? Or you're supposed to love yourself. A few things. What I got real fast was some of you are spending money in excess to escape what you're truly feeling. I said it. I went through the same thing, guys. If you didn't already hear me say this, that was my truth that I had to face. Okay? And I knew what I was doing, and other people knew what I was doing. I didn't listen. And God was telling me, Jess, you don't need this stuff. But I felt like I did. It got into like an addiction. Okay? You may have heard me on a live. I was very, very honest about this. Like, you know what malls do to me now? I have to get to center, because sometimes if I walk through them, and I hardly ever go through these anymore unless I absolutely have to pick up something, they give me a little bit of anxiety. It makes me feel odd. It's the complete opposite of what it did. There was this false sense of happiness and joy when I walked into that thing. And now it's the complete opposite. It's like I've become in tune with my higher self so much so that I feel like I'm walking into a war zone, believe it or not, guys. It's totally different. Even when I walk into a store, even if it's Target, all right, I look at everything there and I said, holy cow, how did we get into a world where there's filled with stuff? We don't need all of that. Some of you are doing a lot of retail therapy to suppress your emotions, to escape what you really need to face. You have to face your fears, Capricorn. Little regard for consequence. You have to take responsibility for your actions, especially if you're having financial hardships, right? Scarcity mindset, the money is tight. You're overspending. This is what this card is too. You're not valuing your money. You're not valuing yourself. You're worried about not having enough, right? But then again, if you don't have enough money, you're spending money to fill a void. That's why some of you may be tight. Or if you have money, you're spending things that are above your pay grade, I heard, above your budget, just for showing something, or you're trying to escape something. It's like you're buying things to see if it's going to make something better, if it's going to rectify a situation. It's not. It's not. You are trying to fill a void with something that you're never going to, you're trying to fill a void here with something that is never going to fill it. Creating a mess, not paying attention. Some of you might be going out too much and spending money on friends, or overspending when you go out. It's like some of you, there's something with hanging out with people, going to parties or something like that, or events, and yet you're not paying a bill, or you're not saving, because this is about not saving. It could be needing to save, all right, here. And you're being careless. This is like being careless with money here. There's a happy find. Oh, cool, look at this. Shiny object syndrome. And then you're trying to fill it. Because you don't value yourself. You're lacking self-worth. The self-acceptance card is here. You don't feel worthy deep down inside, Capricorn. So you are filling that void with material things. You're finding value and worth in material things. It's what I said way at the beginning. And with relationships, you're doing this because you don't really feel loved or valued by somebody. I talked about undervalued. You're being undervalued in a relationship, in a connection here. Here's the Six of Pentacles.
Maybe you go out. Maybe you work too much to avoid what's going on in your marriage and your relationship. Maybe, you know, yeah, you are, maybe you're buying things only, or maybe somebody says, oh, you know, I like girls or men who wear this or who drive this or who do that. And you're like, oh, well, let me go buy this and let me go wear this instead. Are you being your true authentic self? You're not accepting yourself for who you are if you're doing that, Capricorn. Absolutely not. Okay? You're not paying attention to what is really of value to you. You should be valuing yourself. And that money isn't everything. And that buying things isn't going to solve anything. You thinking, oh, if I had more money, I'll be able to have this, I'll be able to have that. But if you're focusing on lack, you're attracting more of that lack. Money will bring me happiness. Money will bring me more stability. Money will bring me a happier home. A larger home, a bigger car, whatever this is. You're escaping the truth. You have to face reality. It's what I said. Okay? Taking out the trash is underneath the mall crawl. Finally dumping that loser, cutting ties, emotional clearing, self-love, spring cleaning and healing. Spring is coming up, guys, in the Northern Hemisphere. It's time to do some spring cleaning, especially emotionally, especially getting rid of things that don't serve you, selling them or whatever, or clearing out your space, especially energetically. Here's the healing right here. You guys got to do the healing. Focusing on self-love, emotional clearing, as it says. Cut ties with people who undervalue you, who break your heart, who disappoint you, whether it's jobs, relationships, whatever this is. Friendships, family members even. You got to do it. And if you are in a connection right now, like I said, finally dumping that loser, like, I don't really like those words. I'm a lot more compassionate than that, but you get what that means, okay? Some of you need to stop putting all of your attention, money, and energy into a relationship that you know is not working out. It's not fulfilling. I'm not calling them a loser because, see, that's why I don't like that phrase here in this card, because they're probably acting that way due to some childhood trauma, stuff that happened in their past. That's why. I would say finally getting rid of that person who is not really giving back to you. Let's put it that way. Because there's a reason for that. Loser is a low vibrational word, so I don't like using it. But anyway, a lot of you got to do a lot of energetic healing here. A lot of chakra healing. I keep hearing it. I keep hearing it. Some of you need to do some serious chakra healing. It's right there. Okay? Stop trying to escape the situation, Capricorn. This is your moment of truth. Okay? It won't get any better until you face your fears and you stop escaping. You guys have the moon and the high priestess in your obstacles. This is serious Pisces, Neptune, Jupiter stuff. Escapism. The undoing, guys. Please be careful because it will really spiral out of control. All right? Did I look at the top of the deck? Yeah. Top of the deck is blast from the past. Someone, something, a situation from the past returns. Nostalgia out of the blue, older. Groom. Husband, partner, interested in a commitment or advancement, love of a lifetime, wedding or event. Sorry, not sorry. Friction, sarcasm, false apology, apathy, forgive, make amends, harboring hurt or resentment. Harboring hurt or resentment could be with a spouse.
Some of you are getting nostalgic about the past with a previous relationship, a previous marriage, or a current partner, or whatever this is. Yeah, harboring hurt or resentment. There's friction there. You guys got to do something with that. Okay? All right, Capricorn. If you would like a personal reading with me or chakra healing, I do offer chakra healing. Go to CapellaWellness.com. It's underneath the healing section of my Capella Service Suite. If you would like to purchase a past life reading, I just started doing those. Those are my Akashic Records readings. It's going to help you understand why you're going through all of this. Okay? Why there's unequal give and take in a relationship. Why you are so why you have spending problems, why you're so focused on money or your status or whatever this is. It's in your past life stuff. Some of you have brought on some trauma and you have unfinished business with things that happened in your past lives. That would be an excellent reading for you to better understand why you're going through this right now. I have a direct link to that reading in the description box below. It's also going to help you understand what your actual life's purpose is, or why what you're going through is helping you to understand your mission more. How about that? If you want to reach out to me for anything, you can email me. It's in the description box. If you go to CapellaWellness.com, you can find many other ways to get in contact with me there. All right? Okay, Cappies, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.